Nice little chat.
Back. It's been a while, buddy. Yes, Chance Royce.
Hello.
Comic, new friend.
Yeah.
Normal, seemingly normal, adjusted person, which I like. We met a week ago at Kill Tony, and it's a sea of just insanity and chaos and addiction and despair. And then a normal person's like, "Can I have a cigarette? I barely smoke." And it's like, this guy seems adjusted and not wanting to kill himself tonight after this. And we started talking, and what's up? How you doing? Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's my birthday. Had a good birthday little weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been drinking, it feels like, for like 2 or 3 days.
But you're not like I feel like you're a pretty in shape guy. We just jumped in this pool. It was freezing. You're in good shape.
Oh, yeah.
Not
we
that I
both
was
love
like
cold
checking
plunging.
out. But
We didn't even know that we
Yeah.
both like cold plunging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just do it for a chance to look at boys. Come in the water. No. No. But you're in good shape. Not that I was like, like,
Oh,
damn.
thanks,
I was
man.
like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. But,
No,
I was like,
no.
this guy's ripped.
I eat
Sometimes you don't know.
burgers.
And then it's like, oh, shit. I should work out more. But you don't seem like a big boozer except on special occasions.
Yeah, for my birthday, I've decided to cut back and have a few.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Hoot, and Hoot reminds me, you look how I feel.
Yeah.
What's that mean? Is that a
Yeah,
compliment,
he
or-
looks like he had a rough night.
Oh.
And like
No.
I'm the one who had a rough night, but I don't know what Hoot got up to.
Were you
last
working
night.
No,
yesterday?
I drank yesterday.
Yeah, I could tell.
Did
I
you
could
work
tell.
yesterday?
You should have took a cold plunge before this.
I know.
Yeah.
I just needed to wake me up, man.
I heard
I'm
that
so-
for the first time. I was 20 years old, and I was tripping on shrooms in the hill country. And my buddy took me to this like Circle K to get cigarettes. I forget what we were getting or something like that. But I walk in and I'm tripping balls, and this old like lady that looked like a Fran or a Betty or something like that.
Yeah.
She was like smoking a cigarette in the front desk. She's like, "You look how I feel," and that fucked with me while I was tripping. I was like, I don't want to look or feel anything like you. So
it's it's gonna happen, and
Yeah.
I see a lot of people who look how I feel because on the outside I try to keep it together in public. I feel like I'm pretty good at even if I'm tripping on acid, which I've done and gone to the store like on Easter during the pandemic.
I
was,
can't
like,
get around people
on
LSD.
acid at the
Oh,
convenience
God.
store. It was insane. There was like everybody started wearing a mask. It was like the first day of that, and I was like balls to the wall out on acid. And I go to the store just sweating, and I forgot the mask thing. Everybody's wearing a mask, and there's like morbidly obese guy and a little person. I'm like, is this a dream? Like, am I losing my mind?
You were at the store in
Yeah,
California?
no, the convenience store down the street.
Oh, you're in Texas. Oh, nobody
Yeah,
cared
and it was
about
the
masks
first
in
day of the
Texas.
pandemic where
Oh yeah,
people started wearing the mask. And
you were probably a
6 feet.
hero. They were like, "Yeah, man, you're the
Oh,
man."
no, I put it on, but I was just, it felt like a
I
weird
can't
dream.
breathe in my mask. I thought that was the meanest,
Yeah.
most horrible thing. I
It
can't
was,
breathe.
it's like a weird
It's like
dream.
it's just.
I can't believe it happened, but
It
you
did
know,
happen.
it did happen. We're back.
Yeah.
It's back to normal. It's kind of like, and people aren't even worried about it happening again. It feels like it's just kind of, well, that was weird. $6 trillion later and a couple million lives. All right, well,
5 million.
5 million.
5 million
something.
have died, I believe, in 4 minutes. I was hoping for 5 billion.
I kept
I was
checking.
really rooting. I was probably the one person rooting for.
Remember when we kept checking?
Oh yeah.
Like the death monitor would keep going up.
Yeah,
That was fun.
it was fun.
Well, it was weird. It was morbid. Like CNN had a death count. You were like, hit a million. Come on. And you're like,
Shut
But-
down the world. Shut it down.
It was weird. But it's good to be back. And
It is. It's good to be.
You work on 6th Street now? Or 7th?
I work on the east side between 6th and 7th
Oh.
on Onion Street.
Nice.
At a little bar called Seven Spirits,
That's cool.
where we carry all the spirits of Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah, and then Trump just raised a
Oh,
25% tariff on any imports from Mexico.
Well,
so-
that's not until tomorrow.
yeah. So
they
now
got-
we start
No,
stocking
he
up.
already rescinded it for a month.
Right.
We did okay. So I
They're
need to
just
start stocking up on as much tequila as I
Doing
can
this
right
bullshit.
now.
Yeah.
Oh God, isn't he great?
No, it's just like Biden didn't do enough, and Trump's trying to do too much. It's like, would you have a guy in the middle that's just not going to do something crazy every day? It's just, could you not rock the boat every fucking day? Give us a minute. Give me a fucking second. Take a shit before Canada's. Now they're mad at us. They're gonna.
why
I mean,
Canada?
they'll roll over and take it. They're Canada. They will bitch and moan, but at the end of the day, we all know
But
where the
why?
chips are gonna fall. Trudeau's gonna be out. The new guy's gonna bend the knee and be like, "Thank you, sir. May I have another." Come on.
Is that
You're
how
not- what are you-
Canada's frat
You gonna
daddy
fuck with
style?
Big Brother? We're Big Brother. Give him the noogie. Like, hey, what are you gonna do about it, you little bitch? What are you gonna do? Oh, you're fighting back. That's cute. What are they gonna do? Superpower. What are they? Who are they? They're like, it'd be like if Wisconsin was a country, and they're gonna fight it. Like, come on, you know how this is gonna end. We're crazy. Like,
I just don't know. Or like Canada's never done anything to us.
they've helped in a lot of ways. They're
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
like why are you? Like,
they are us.
Our neighbors, like in China, only got 10%. It's like Mexico and Canada are our neighbors. Why
I
are
know.
we
Yeah,
fucking
that's
with
fucked
them?
up. That's
Even
kind of weird.
Mexico, like why?
It's kind of racist.
Oh, because he hates immigrants. That's right.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's right.
I don't know. And Trudeau's leaving, so he's like, "Listen, pal, in Canada we won't take that, and I'm leaving. But as soon we will stand up to you, I will stand up to you for one more week, and then I'm out of here going to Barbados. But listen, pal, it's like, what are you gonna
Canadians, I know Canadians.
It's
Canadians
hilarious.
love me. The Canadians come up to me and say,
A lot of people, a lot of guys.
Oh, I need to. I'm trying to work on my trauma.
I don't know if anybody can do Trump now that Shane. I feel like that he planted the flag. Like
There's another comic that's like I forget
Jeff
his name.
Dye or
yeah,
something does it,
that
but
guy,
he has Biden too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
guess.
does them all.
And Mike, fucking
Doesn't Jay Moore do it?
Jay Moore does good. He
Yeah,
does
he does
walk
lots
in.
of different ones.
Everybody. I mean, like impressions
And
are
Mike
part of
McGrath.
comedy.
Mike McGrath. No, not that's the other guy from. That's Mark McGrath. Mike McGrath, the comedian. Anyway, I saw it. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
He does great impressions. You know, I feel bad for it. Is that I haven't seen it, but did you? I've heard about like Pablo Francisco doing stand up, and he's still trying to do the movie guy voice, and no one knows what he's talking about.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you know
'cause-
the movie guy voice. Everyone's like, what?
Yeah,
because that doesn't
he
exist
died
anymore.
like in '95 or '96 or something.
And you
like
still do that bit?
Yeah.
That's crazy to be like,
Yeah,
all right, guys,
nobody-
we all love movie trailers.
In a world,
It's
where-
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, to go and do that. I think, I heard he had, like, a meltdown. And it's just got to be like,
Well, it's had the same act for 30 years.
dude, you're the best comic in the 90s. And then now you can't, you're a joke, which is not a good one. You're just like, oh,
You
that's it.
can't. What is it called?
That's the
Not
fear.
sympathize. What's the word?
That's
You
the
can't. Like
fear.
these kids don't know who fucking Chris Farley is. You know,
Or they-
live in a van down
and
by a river.
you don't even know you stole a joke because you're too young to be like, oh, someone did that joke? It's like, yeah, 30 years ago. It's like,
Oh my
that
God!
happens, yeah.
I found out something yesterday that we were birthday drinking yesterday, day drinking, and I had a 26-year-old friend of mine who's my grader when I do trivia, and I had a 36-year-old buddy of mine who's a good friend of mine, and we're all out day drinking, and I was like, one of my greatest memories being this old is I can say I saw Michael Jordan play. Like, I remember Michael Jordan's buzzer beater against Utah with like 0.5 seconds left. I saw that live, and I treasure that. And then my 36-year-old buddy's like, what about Karl Malone? You saw Karl Malone play? I was like, the mailman, yeah. And the 26-year-old's like, Karl Malone, the pedophile?
What?
And I was like, what? No. Karl
You're
Malone,
like,
the
wow.
basketball player, the mailman. And he was like,
And
you mean
Right.
the pedophile?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what? And we learned this whole story about Karl Malone when he was 20 knocking up a 13-year-old.
in his defense, he was going to be very famous.
I
so-
brought
I don't-
And we don't know the circumstances because there's no statutory rape charges. We did
Yeah.
all the research. I
Listen,
read
baby
it
girl.
out loud at a
Listen,
bar.
baby girl,
drunk
Karl
and
Malone's gonna be
high,
very famous
Talking
one
about
day.
Karl Malone.
This ain't going to be weird at all when I'm
And
famous.
we were shocked. But I was like, but we still listen to Michael Jackson.
What did Karl Malone say about that? Was he just like,
He was like, he
come
settled
on.
out of court,
Right.
obviously. He obviously did it. But we don't know we don't know what this 13-year-old looked like when she was 13,
Yeah,
how she
he's like-
presented herself as maybe a 17-year-old. We don't
That is
know we
terrifying.
don't know the details, but yes, Karl Malone did knock up a 13-year-old when she was 20, and it gave us a whole new perspective of Karl Malone. But
was
the
a
way he
different-
was
and-
like so fast.
well,
and
so was
20
Elvis. Didn't Elvis
Oh yeah,
fuck,
Elvis
or want to fuck Priscilla when she was 14? They didn't even
I mean,
propose when she was 14?
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Michael, that's a big one.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot that should be coming out, right? They all love. Why do they love kids so? I don't get. Kids are annoying. They love babies. It's
I don't
weird.
know. You
Kids
get
are
rich
gross.
and
They're
famous
sticky.
and
They
you
pick their
want
nose.
everything- yeah,
They're
oh.
annoying. When am I gonna give me some candy? Stop fucking me so hard. You know? Like, no, but yeah, wham, what, bitch, no. You just
Because
had
Matt, it's about power and fear. It's not about sex.
no. But you know what I think
Well, if
it
you're
is?
sick and twisted like that. In the
I think
head,
it's
yeah.
they were. I think it's
I
people.
mean, I do like some kinky stuff, but
Well, I think it's people that have had like maybe didn't have a good childhood and never had a crush that liked them as a kid, so they never felt like their first crush when they're, should have, and then suddenly they're kind of normal, whatever, and then they're in a position of power, and then someone starts in their teacher, and someone's like, "Wow, you're really smart. You have really good at this," and they're like in a teenager girl, whatever track, maybe 16, 17, 15, whatever, and they're like, "Wow, this girl's paying attention to me," and it's something I should have done a long time ago. But I'm not that old. I'm 30. Yeah, well, and I look good, and then she's into it, and why not? And I think that's
Well,
I guess I've never done it. That's
Matt, are you trying to?
No, I'm just saying.
Like, Matt, what are
I'm
you?
not
what are you,
empathizing.
careful?
I'm just saying I see how it happens.
yeah.
Where I think it's like, what is it? Deferred adolescence, delayed. I don't know. They're immature. They're immature inside. They're like a kid inside. They're not grown up. Have you ever met like an adult? There's like an adult inside, and then you start talking to them. You're like, oh, you have the mind of like a 16-year-old or a 15. Like
I think a lot of people
guy
say that
or a
about
girl.
me.
No.
Yeah.
But
like
you don't think
yesterday.
beyond this desires of like I've met middle-aged people. Like, do you think she likes me? It's like, I don't know. Well, that sounds like me now. But no, but like,
Matt,
they
are
still
you giving
talk
yourself
like,
therapy right now?
No, they still. Yeah, this is
Like,
all
are you
it
talking
is.
yourself down?
This is.
Yeah.
This is what this is.
No, but like I've met a woman that's my age. I went to high school with that still kind of thinks like she's in her late teens, early 20s, and it's just weird because like I'll talk to her and be like, you should be over this stuff by now. Like this should be long gone, and not all the time.
Some
but
people
just,
need to grow up for sure.
I feel like you just, or maybe I don't know.
Every time I think I'm grown up, then I prove myself wrong. Like yesterday, when I was with those same guys, I was telling them about yesterday morning, the night before I'd closed the bar. I had a long night, and some people bought me some shots, and I was getting kind of like Hoot over here. I was getting real fucked up. And I stayed at the bar, had another beer after we closed. I was fucked up by the time I got home. Like I Ubered home, and I went to bed at like 4 or 5. And my girlfriend has just been on her period, so we haven't had sex. And I've been hounding her about it. And she's like, I want to have sex too. But so I go to bed at 4, 7 in the morning. I wake up, and my dick's hard, and she's naked. They're having sex, my dick and my girlfriend. And I had this headache right behind my ear. And I'm just watching it, and I was like, man, I wish I could join. They look like they're having a really good time. I just put like a pillow over my head, and I was just like trying to keep my head from exploding.
Wait, who's having sex?
My dick and my girlfriend.
But not you.
I woke up, and they were already having fun. I cucked myself.
Detachable penis.
Was she awake?
No, like she was awake.
And she
he
was
was
into
awake. They were like all into it. Yeah, she was having fun.
Period's
and I was like,
over.
yeah.
Start of the third period.
And I was telling my buddy that. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
so you cucked yourself. And I was like, yeah, I guess I'm into it.
Yeah.
It was there was something hot about it.
You were disassociated. Just
yeah, I was
watching.
disassociated with
That
the whole
happens
thing.
to me.
That's the first time
It's the next level stranger.
I get outside my head. I think that happened to me last time. It's like you kind of go like, "What am I doing?" Like, "Oh, that was a good move. Good job." Like,
I mean,
never thought I was capable of
I
that.
joined in after
Yeah, you get sucked
I was
back
just
in.
like, but God, my head was pounding. But we all had fun.
Is it? Yeah.
You talk about your dick in the third person.
Well, I mean, like I woke up literally. There was no foreplay. He was already hard. I'm getting more. I'm 41 now, and then like morning wood, it was like it's a blessing. When it happens now, it's like, oh yes, I'm still young.
It'd be funny if that was the Karl Malone excuse. I wasn't even really there. I was checked out. I was thinking about the semis. We are coming up against Princeton. They're looking good. I'm trying to think about my game and focus on the
I woke
next.
up and I don't ask for
I don't
ID.
have time for ages and numbers. I'm a busy man. Yeah. No. But but it's cool. You're in a relationship with a woman your age, obviously.
Yeah, we met at my bar. It
There you
happened
go.
organically.
Nice.
No.
Yeah, I guess you meet a lot of women. You must.
Yeah.
Or you meet a lot of people in general, I guess.
Yeah.
But I never think I have a shot with the bartender that's a girl. I'm just bothering her. I mean, we might be friends, but I would never ask a lady bartender. Well, I think it might be the opposite with a guy bartender. And chicks are like, well, fuck
Our
it, I like
Shafir
one.
came into our bar 3 Tuesdays
And he's like,
ago.
can I go out with you?
No, I didn't even know he was
Chance,
there.
bro,
I saw him
let me
walk
take you
out. I was doing trivia
take
because
you
I
out on
host
the town.
trivia at my bar too. I write it and I host it, and we had like a good little crowd. And then my bartender was like, "Pretty sure Art Shafir just walked by." And then I saw him come out of the bathroom and leave.
Are you
He's
sure?
Like, I'm not. He's like, I'm not taking
Head
place in this.
giant
It's like, oh
douche
man. Yeah, we didn't get to talk. I want Joe Rogan.
I
to
just
come
took a
in
shit
and
on your
order a
floor. I
drink.
took
Yeah,
a bloody shit
yeah.
on your floor, bro. You're welcome. All right, bye. It was really funny.
Just one of those guys
It
would
was
come in
hilarious.
and just tweet, "Hey, Seven Spirits, good cocktail." Then I would, our bar would be stellar on
Well,
fire.
Wait, is that upstairs place with all the mezcal?
No, that's Tobala on top of
okay.
Whistler's. We're like 2 blocks over.
Oh.
You know where the Hotel Vegas is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so on that side street, Onion Street, we're catty corner at the end.
Okay.
It's a really cool bar. Y'all come in sometimes. I got y'all's first cocktail.
Right on.
We had Dua Lipa come in our restaurant just surrounded by hairy European managers and agents. Just speaking up.
I would love that. Bring them. Bring them in. We've actually been
I dropped one. She looked amazing. No, they were cool. I'm joking. They were very nice guys. But no, they were a lot of gold chains, a lot of chest hair coming out. Maybe late 40s, early 50s, driving Maserati. You know, they did it. Hanging out with Dua Lipa. Pretty cool. She looked phenomenal.
You all right, Hoot?
Mm-hmm. Though there was a chick there that was even hotter than her. I kind of wanted to tell her. There's a chick in the back of the restaurant, like mid-20s, that was a knockout. And I want to be like, I think you're hotter than Dua Lipa. But, I didn't want to.
You don't.
But I told my friends, I was like, you got to see. Like, Dua Lipa was there looking amazing. I was like, you got to see this chick in the back. She's just some girl from Austin. Like, she's an angel.
Smoking. Forget that. I don't even know what she's done.
The biggest pop star in the world.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, no. Look at this girl. She's a pharmaceutical rep.
Yeah.
She's an angel.
She just graduated. Has her
she
whole
makes
world
$70K a
in
year.
front of her.
She kind of, No, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
There's girls like that in Austin, though. It kills you. Just there's so many, and you can't be with any of them. And
you can be with
why
them.
can't you?
Yeah,
be
you
with
just have to
them?
say
I've
the
tried.
right thing.
Believe me, I've tried.
You just got to say the right thing.
I've never found that out.
You can't be with any of them. Really?
Yeah, you can be with them. You show me a hot chick, I'll show you a guy that's tired of fucking her.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
That's the old saying.
That is the old saying. I got a whole idiot. I know
that guy
all
is
those
a fucking
old,
loser, and he's a jerk.
Texas
That guy is a
sayings.
jerk, and I would never be that guy.
My favorite one I
never
heard
get
the other
tired.
day from an old timer was like, "Damn, that girl's so hot, I'd fuck her shadow on a Caliche road."
That's pretty hot. Ooh, that would give you a little.
That's a rough.
That's
rug
rough.
burn.
That's rough. But man, yeah, when an old timer says stuff like that. Yeah.
I think.
I used to work in the oil field.
Yeah.
High school and everything.
It's good you don't know anymore. You still have all your fingers. You can.
Yeah,
be
I did
dangerous.
machining for 3 years. When the
Jesus.
pandemic happened, I made guns over at LaRue Tactical.
You made guns?
Yeah.
That's
I thought the
awesome.
world was ending. So I was like, man, what am I going to do? They don't
Time
need
to make
comedians
guns.
or actors or models, which I've done all of that.
They need guns.
They need guns. We're going to need guns, that's for sure. Never
It'd be funny if you were like watching like a mass shoot on TV. You're like, wait, hold on, pause it. That's
I made
what
that.
That's mine. I remember it kept jamming on me.
I mean, there's thousands.
That
Oh,
guy
God,
figured it out.
I didn't think about that.
No.
But yeah, hopefully none of my
Like, hey
shit.
guys, hey honey, get in here. No,
I'm sure he makes custom tactical weapons. Nothing that these nerd ass losers are gonna get.
Right, yeah. They're not gonna like what a
LaRue's
printed
a-
3D printed gun.
LaRue's pretty legit.
That's what I'm saying. It seems like a higher class of weapon.
It is. Like our cheapest AR, I think, was like 3,200 or
Holy crap,
3,400.
that's really expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being the first guy shot by a real gun that went like a real, not those shitty ones, like a real bullet where it's just like, just like he's talking shit. Like, what are you gonna? What? It's over. Like
That gun. I made
it's not
Donald
even
Trump a gun.
He's
We
pointing at you.
made one day. We made Donald Trump a gun.
Trump probably doesn't carry.
No,
one.
he doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm sure like all armor
He
sent him
wouldn't
like
know.
all kinds
I
of
feel
stuff.
like he'd
Yeah.
hold it.
But
I feel like he'd hold it with two
Who
hands.
are the two worst people in
Well, I
the
guess
world?
you always
You're
hold the
supposed
gun.
to hold it- you're supposed
Everyone
to hold
holds
it
the gun with two hands.
You're supposed to hold it with
I
two
feel like he'd
hands.
hold it with two hands like a pussy, the way you're. No, he could probably learn, but I don't know if he has strong wrists. He's got big hands, but I don't know if his wrists seem strong.
Does he have big hands or small hands?
Joe Rogan said he has big hands.
Really?
He got big old mitts. Wow.
All
He's a
right.
big guy.
People tell me my hands are so big.
And
They're
Barron.
the best hands.
Yeah, Barron's like 9'6".
People walk up to me. 9'6".
Right? He's 9'6".
He's very
either
tall.
6'9" or 9'6".
He's very tall.
It'd be funny. He just
That
keeps
little
growing.
wink and thumbs up. I was
He's
like,
just
that
like,
is
oh,
definitely
gotcha,
Donald
oh,
Trump's
blah,
son.
blah, run hungry, just eating Democrats. Just goes to the
He
Senate.
eats them
Just breaks through the top of the ceiling.
like a Goya painting.
Just like a King Kong. Just, like, what? Barron's hungry.
He looks like he's going to be a great Nazi.
I don't know. See, I think Trump's too. I don't think he's too rigid. You gotta be rigid to be a Nazi. You gotta be disciplined. I think
Here's what
he's
he's
too
doing.
fast and loose. He's like,
He's
I'll
too,
tell
like-
you whatever.
He's doing these things, and he goes, "No, never mind."
Yeah, he's
Actually,
such-
Well,
yeah.
Trump isn't a good Nazi, but I think his
He's a
son, he
flip
seems
flop.
more
His son-
centered.
his son might
He
be.
seems
I don't
more
know.
centered. He seems more like he'll get like more assertive.
Well, it is weird.
And he
'cause-
has an actual plan.
Well, Elon
Trump's
never.
plan is just to make money, I feel
Elon
like.
never disowned the thing, right? He just kind of just ignored it. He could have just easily said,
He
"Of
said he
course,
was
I
doing
didn't do a
Roman
Nazi
salute, not a Nazi.
Which is not
Obviously,
real. We found out like
the
that was,
Nazis
like,
copied off the Romans,
Right.
so.
but there's no such thing as a Roman salute, apparently.
But then
that
they
was
had,
like
like-
that was something that was created by Hollywood.
Yeah, it's just on the
yeah,
show Rome.
But then
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Facebook, I got to see all my friends of like freeze frame Obama doing it, freeze frame Kamala do it, freeze frame Hillary, and freeze frame Bush. You've seen that one. Like, guess what? It's like you can get anybody doing good night. You saying good night. You're waving to a big group. They're around you. It's not unreasonable, but the shoulder thing was.
Yeah,
but I don't.
Shoulder tap first.
Yeah, I just.
That's a clear signal. What's coming?
I don't know, man. I just think he's just fucking with people because he's like bored.
No, I'm saying it.
Well,
yeah,
you're so rich. Yeah, I think
that
was more than half of it.
He's got. Okay, you've done it. You've made the most money ever in the history.
He knows people hate him.
You've got. What do you do to get your rocks off? Drugs. I heard he does a lot of drugs, which is kind of baller.
No, he just does ketamine.
Ketamine, acid, coke, I heard. But, those are baller drugs.
Ketamine.
Good for him.
I don't like anything that gets my asshole loose.
I don't know.
But acid and coke.
I don't think he does
job.
acid because that would take him out for way too long.
Okay, coke, I bet he.
Acid's a 12-hour
I bet he gets really good coke,
thing.
though. He seems like a good
He probably
good
gets
coke
like
guy.
virgin
pharmaceutical.
13-year-old blood, snorts that.
He's doing the adrenochrome, bro.
Yeah.
He fucks weird people, though. He doesn't fuck like this.
They call it the gold juice.
It's very cool. Very good. Very cool.
So
We're
what's
doing
up,
very cool
guys?
things.
Oh, we were supposed to talk
Very
about
cool.
comedy. This guy's a comedian.
This is what? This is funny. We're fucking around.
This guy's a comedian.
Oh, I did want to ask you, because you've had a joke go viral. What's it like to have people enjoy your comedy?
Oh, man.
I don't know. I've never. Well, I must have seen you doing it because I remember I watched it and I remember you doing it live, and you did it at Cap City.
Yeah.
So I must have seen you working at doing it somewhere else. I was on that stage at a very similar time, so we must have crossed paths at Creek or there for sure.
Well, like I said, I was working at that gun factory from 2020 to 2023 of July.
Okay, but
3
when would
years
that
I've been
clip
doing
happen, though?
that clip happened back in May of 2024. I've been telling the joke for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Since I moved back from
And
California.
you finally got it on tape.
And I got it on tape. Well, I've had it on tape a few times. That's
Right.
actually one of the worst recordings of it.
Right.
But the crowd reaction was so good.
Yeah, and you got the letter. You can spell it out.
Yeah, and everything like that. But that was like one of the most longest drawn out versions of that joke.
Yeah, no, it's good. I just watched
But how it feels to go viral?
Yeah,
After
it's weird.
doing comedy for 20 years off and on and not having like a penny to show for it.
Yeah, because you post it and you're like, all right, you just like you always do. You post it, you're like, all right, turn your phone, and then.
Yeah, well, I didn't know it was gonna go viral. I didn't
Right.
know.
Well,
like,
yeah.
I've never had been.
I think that's the whole point.
I did one thing that went super viral when I was in LA, but I didn't shoot it. It was for the Dollar Beard Club. And that guy got bought out because of our commercial. Well, it wasn't just the commercial. His whole marketing campaign was amazing. But
You mean the Dollar Shave Club?
Well, the Dollar Shave Club bought him out.
Wow.
That's what you do. You build up a company really
Yeah.
big, and then you have someone buy you out. That's like the dream. But it had like 300 million views, the commercial on
That's cool.
YouTube.
Damn.
Yeah, so I have been viral before, but not on my terms
Just
and
you.
on my IG.
You
Just
think.
my art making it, and it felt so good to get some recognition. I feel like I don't really have to do stand-up anymore. Like, I want to get on stage. I'm going to shoot a special. I'm going to shoot. I've never shot a special.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been doing it off and on for 20 years with like some hiatuses as long as 3 years, especially after my mom and my brother died. But
So that really happened. That is real, the joke.
oh yeah, I wouldn't go up and joke about that. That's a real thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
obviously.
I
I
do.
knew it was real, but like
How did I
exactly
say
the
that?
way.
Yeah. But
So-
yeah.
But and you do say like it's dark. You say that's how you find you're not the favorite. But I would like to think that if you were a heroin addict, she might have done the same thing for you. I mean, I'm
she
glad you're
probably-
not,
she
and I'm glad
probably
she didn't. But I'm just saying you don't know
My mom loved all her children.
that
she
she
was
wouldn't
just really
kill herself
in a dark,
because you were the guy.
dark spot.
You know?
She was in a horrible. I mean, can you imagine?
Yeah, I think that
You can't because you're not a
No.
father and I'm not a father.
Yeah, they say that's
so-
the worst. Well, I'm very
or a
sorry
mother, yeah.
that happened. That seems very
Oh,
traumatic.
thank you. But it happened It was like 2018. What are we looking at? Like
Yeah.
6 years now.
That's rough, man.
My sister actually wrote the joke because my mom had died. My brother had died, so we go to this funeral home off 71 Sawyer Funeral. Shout out to Sawyer Funeral.
Yeah.
Funeral
Hey,
home.
give him some business.
Give us-
Tell him you mentioned. Got mentioned on this podcast. You get 20% off if you mention Hoot. Hoot 20% off a $40,000 Lux Pearl casket.
Anyway,
It's not true.
So my brother dies, and we go to this funeral home, and we go to this, like, the funeral home lady comes out, tells us what's going to happen right before we do the celebration of life or whatever it is, where we all gather there. And then a month later, we're right back in the same place.
With your mom.
With my mom. My mom had died, so it's, again, my mom's not there now, but it's my sister, my older brother, and myself, and we're sitting at this table. And the lady comes and is like, hey, we're going to do it exactly how we did it last month, and blah, blah, blah. And she walks out.
So you know how this goes.
Yeah, you guys have done this. Y'all are getting good at this.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sum this. We're just gonna hit the major bullet points. You know, we're not gonna waste anybody's time here.
And we're sitting there, and the lady tells us that, and she walks out, and it's just my brother, my sister, and me at the same table again. And it's just quiet for a second, and my sister just blurts out, she's like, well, I guess we know who the fucking favorite is. And I was like, sis, it's not like that. But that's pretty good observation.
You're like, I'm just gonna
write that down.
Go there. Wow, that's neat. Yeah, that's it's well, yeah, that's, and then you can kind of, oh, well, that's, you know, just saying that, and then you're like, you got to piece it together of like, okay, now I got to set this up.
I knew the joke was good because like a lot of comedians I respected would come up to me when I'd randomly go out to an open mic, or if somebody put me on one of their bar shows. Yeah. You know, I rarely get booked at the clubs anymore. Back in 2013, or 2013, I used to get booked here. Where there are only 2 comedy clubs, but I get booked at them constantly, like Cap City and the Velveeta Room. Yeah. And what is that place called off Congress? Hideout.
Yeah.
Fallout.
Hideout, Fallout, Cold Town.
What is Cold Town? Yeah, Cold Town. I used to do Cold Town a lot.
Or I don't know.
But now I left. I went to L.A. They all think I'm a prick because I went to L.A. and nobody wants to book me anymore. Yeah. But I went viral, so Daddy, and a lot of them didn't.
And we're getting older. There's so many new people, dude. I feel like I go and like, I do the open mic and it goes great at the Mothership. I've done it twice and I practice. Well, it's
a good crowd that like wants
to
go
laugh. I feel like an old prick. I go out there and like all these 20-year-old kids, like I feel like nobody even talks to them. Like I just fucking crushed. I did good. Can I at least get a little hey? And you do, your friends, but like I'm not cool. I don't drink like them anymore. I don't party like them. I don't hang out as much as them. I just don't like to. I'd like to do it and get out. And I feel like I should do more of that schmooze and shit. I do.
That's how we met. I like those guys. That's how we met because we were
because we're the like 2 guys not talking. But I like those guys. I like those people. And when I start talking to them, I'm like, they're great people. I like these guys. Yeah. But it gets that weird thing of like, nobody wants you to talk to me. It's like, go talk to them. But they have their circle. You got your friends.
That's your insecurity.
You got your group.
I used to be like
I'm 42.
I used to think people hated me. And one of my friends, Patrick Royce, he was like, nobody hates you, man. It's all in your head.
But it is weird because like you'll have a group, a circle group, and it's hard to insert like, what's up, guy? Like, and like, hey, like, you know, I don't like doing that. It has to be organic. But you know, I have friends and I talk to them better individually. It's hard for me to hold a group, hang with like 6-8 comics. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna.
I hate that.
I don't know.
I like to be like at the most 2 comics at a time.
Yeah.
Just remember when you're hanging around other comics, most of them are broke.
Well, so am I. I had to cancel my dentist appointment because I couldn't really have enough money. I was afraid to pay. I didn't want to because it's a beautiful day. Yeah. And I wanted to do this. And I had this dentist appointment, and Seth was like, "Cancel appointment. Like it's your appointment. Why are you beholden to them?" Because the freeze happened. I had an appointment. They rescheduled it. I forgot about the rescheduling, so we scheduled again. So I just lied and was like, I'm sorry, I'm really sick. I got something last night. And I lied to the dentist. I don't know.
You could have just said, hey, something came up and I double booked myself. But you're like calling into work.
I was sick. I don't know. I just thought sick would play better.
Sends a picture with like a ice pack on his head and a thermometer.
Here's today's paper.
It's like, gee, I'm really
here's
sick.
I photo.
Can't. Yeah.
I did play it up and it was like, I plugged my nose. I was coughing, hacking because I was smoking a cigarette in my car. But I didn't want to go to the dentist. And also, I was talking to him. He was like, you just went to the dentist. I was like, they are scamming. I'm at the dentist all the time. Like every 3 months, I'm at the dentist. I have no cavities. Every time I go, they're like, oh, everything's fine. Give us $150. I'm like, I was just here. I feel like it should be twice a year, the dentist. They see me like 4 times a year. I'm like, it's overkill. I'm always at the dentist. There's nothing wrong.
One of those parody satire videos. Have you ever seen those ones? Come with me as I go to Dallas on a Sunday to watch a Dallas Cowboys game. And then it just goes through their whole day and everything like that.
Oh, where they like follow?
Yeah, they film and just do and do that stupid come with me. So I did come with me as I turn 41 with no health insurance and try not to have a nervous breakdown.
That's good.
I like to sleep in all day. You can't get hurt when you sleep all day. Usually. Yeah. And then I do talk about cold plunges. I like to do cold plunges. Cold plunges have some of the same benefits as Molly. Yeah. And then you can go for a run. Runs are free. Here's a cute little life hack. Try to think of all your failures so you can finish your run. Then jump back in that cold plunge to help with inflammation. And I'm just doing this off it, but these are the key points. Inflammation and the voices in your head.
Well, it doesn't need to be a parody. That's actually good. That's a good routine. That's a good way to look at life.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was younger, I always had like an addict. I loved roller coasters. I loved skating fast and fucking myself up. I liked doing shit I knew I was going to fuck myself, like dropping in. I knew I was going to eat shit. Yeah. There's a thrill of like, I'm going to fuck myself up, that adrenaline. I fucked myself up so many times, skiing, snowboard, just skateboarding. I would
never ski or snowboard.
Thousands of times, the bruises, hospital, brokenness.
I snowboarded one time in that piece of skin between your ball sack and your asshole. What is that called? The gooch?
Gooch, the taint.
Yeah. The taint? Yeah, the taint. Yeah, that was sore.
Yeah.
Because I fell so many times. I was like, I'm never doing this shit again.
But there's something, I think that's why I did get problems with drugs and alcohol in my 20s, and maybe, I guess one could say still do, because an addictive behaviors, because I've just always liked anything that makes Molly or acid or something extreme, cold plunge. I like sensation of feeling your body, feeling your head. I like feeling my nervous system react. I don't know. Is that fucking, you know what I mean? Like
everybody likes feeling their nervous system,
but not as much as other people.
Everybody likes endorphins popping.
Yeah. People do coke and booze and drugs, but I also like cold plunges, heat, any kind of extreme.
Well, that's like healthy,
anything,
healthy
running, any kind of extreme endorphin, extreme something, just some kind of either good or bad. I need something like, but something intense too.
Yeah.
So when you say like cold plunge or running, I'm like, I feel like drug addicts should do that, and you get the same euphoria, except you got to work for it.
And you get adrenaline rushes from snowboarding, but I think it's just too dangerous. Like,
but like,
what was that guy's name?
Like, huh?
Who's the guy that hit his head? Sonny Bono.
Yeah. Well, he was skiing.
Yeah.
He wasn't snowboarding, so let's put that on skis.
Yeah.
Snowboarding had nothing to do with that. Don't blame snowboarding, all right? Hey. Snowboarding's safe, kids.
My first custody
Burton
battle
here, first Burton snowboard.
When I was in third grade, my grandparents got custody of me, and they had horses.
Whoa.
And they bought me a pony because I'm a spoiled guy. And that horse was the biggest bitch in the world. She threw me off over 100 times.
That could kill you.
Exactly. I didn't learn about Christopher Reeves till I was like 13. I was like, man, I could have died, but I was fine. So.
To break your neck that way too, riding a horse. It's
and
totally
to be
an elective.
Superman? See, if there's any 20-year-old kids listening to this, they're not going to know who we're talking about.
It was your choice.
I don't even know
you didn't have to be on the horse. You were doing something the horse didn't want to.
Yeah, the horse obviously didn't want my fat ass on her.
That's what kills
her name
people.
was Honey, too, out of all things.
I think when people really fuck up their lives like that, what kills them is like, I could have avoided, like when you drunk drive and you kill someone or hurt yourself or do anything. This call could have been avoided. Just didn't have to do it. It didn't, just could have easily
we didn't
made
have
one
Uber
choice.
when I was in third grade.
One decision.
Could have took the horse from one side of the ranch to the other.
You're still walking.
Uber.
So you didn't break any bones on the horse or anything?
I've only broken, I think, one bone in my life, and it was like in my hand, right here. One of those boxer fractures, when you punch.
Oh, so you broke your hand.
Kind of, yeah. It didn't. I didn't get a cast or anything.
Just let it heal.
It just healed like a.
That's pretty good. You're pretty good. You got lucky.
Yeah. Sometimes I think I'm unbreakable, but then I'll hurt.
You ever see Laird Hamilton's ankle? It looks like looks like an old pumpkin. It's fucking disgusting. He broke his ankle, the surfer, and didn't get a cast.
I have a friend.
It's just his calcified bone. Doesn't JP have that too?
I don't know.
JP broke his leg right here.
I'm always scared of that. Like, so I avoid that. Like, I have no health insurance, and I have a friend who's a big. I'm not gonna say where she's a performer at, but she's an entertainer. She's not a stripper or anything. She works. Yeah. She works in entertainment. She's like, well, no, but she doesn't have insurance, and she's been with this company she worked for I want to say like 15 years, and she just broke her ankle, and she's like, GoFundMe for my ankle. I said,
you have
$25. Like, fuck, I wish if somebody did that for me. Like, yeah, you gotta help out the community when you can.
But it's nice being our age and being healthy now. Again, I have health insurance. Thank God, because my parents helped me pay for it. I had it through a union before.
You have health insurance?
I do.
Oh,
but just
and
medical.
You called in sick to your dental office?
Yeah.
Tell them to fuck themselves.
I don't have dental.
Oh, dental insurance.
Or just medical, the basic. I have the basic.
How much
and it's
does
still
something
expensive.
like that cost? How do you
still a couple $100 a month, maybe $200-300 a month.
I could probably swing.
So if he's still on the same plans, usually the ones we get through Entertainment Partners is about $400 a month for an individual. That goes through the union stuff.
Oh, because y'all are in the union.
I don't think I'm in the union anymore. They haven't hired me, and I stopped paying my dues. So. Sorry, I can't get any work, and I'm not going to pay if I can't be on any shows. So I think I'm outsies, but it's fun while it lasted for 1 year. Oh, well.
What else, guys? You got any other questions for me?
Any other questions?
He's a comedian. Let's talk about comedy.
Are you still going to... Have you ever done Kill Tony?
Once in
you said
2016.
okay, and then
it was
California.
2016 or 2015, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did kill
Are
Tony.
you signing up every week except for your birthday?
No, that was the second time I've ever signed up.
That's why I thought you might get on, because that's how it happens. The universe is. Are you going to keep signing up though? Not this week.
I was going to sign up tonight, but my girlfriend was like, "It's your birthday. Let's go eat somewhere nice." And
I think you should, man. Like I will too. Like it's just like working out. Like bro, if you sign up, I'll sign up. Like I had to like. He called me out because like I talk mad shit. I'm just a piece. And he's like, and Ken's like, you always talk shit. Why don't you go fucking do stand-up comedy? You're always like hating. Yeah. You never sign up. You're a pussy. And I'm like, I'm not a pussy. He's like, well, go fucking do it then. You always talk shit. You never put your money where your mouth since I've signed up. Got on a couple times again. But you need that because it's like, I'm like, I always regret it when I don't. It's like the gym. I regret when I don't. And then you're going and you're anxious just like the gym. You're like, I don't want to do this. It's going to be, but then you're done. You're like, either way, if you get on or not, you're like, I did my best. I tried. If I got on, could change your life. Again, you've already got more views than you ever would on Kill Tony. But again, people move on. Views go down. They forget,
I made fun of Melania during the inauguration when she had that hat on. Yeah. I put a picture of Jack Nicholson as the Joker. I was like, Melania's killing it right now. Yeah. 200 followers gone like that. Right. I was like, oh, I guess they really love Melania. I was like, seriously? But I didn't even say anything like, fuck these
200 out of how many thousand, though?
22.4. Oh. I had 22.6, and then it went down to 22.4. But I've been getting it back. I've been posting
more. So 1% drop, basically.
Yeah. And then, my girlfriend even said that. She's like, do you really want those followers that are that sensitive?
And it's not. Trump lovers? And you shouldn't. I don't even know if you should be concerned. I feel like if you focus on the jokes, that shit, I don't. Yeah. I don't think it matters. And I think you just need to do your best and put good shit out there. And followers now, I know dipshits that got followers. You're like, this guy blows. And, way more followers than either of us.
I was really mad the next day when I saw that. And one of those people called me that are like from a scammer, India. And my girlfriend watched me. I was like so mad. I was like pacing around. I was trying not to talk to her because I was just so mad that I lost 200 followers, like a fucking little prima donna bitch. And I get this scam call. I answer. And she's like, hello. Hello, this is Sheila with your credit card. I was like, who is this? She was like, Sheila. I was like, where's my daughter? What did you do to her? I swear to God, if you do anything to her, I will do it to you 10 times. So she's like, no, I think you have. I was like, no, where is she? I just started yelling at her. My girlfriend was like laughing her ass off. I was like, this is kind of therapeutic. I think I'm just going to yell at scammers from now on.
It's glad you spotted it. I woke up groggy one day and I was checking my email and I got this thing from Amazon. My PayPal account, it looked just like my Amazon, exactly, and it said $393 under, and I was like, "That's crazy! Someone took $393 out." You could call us. I was like, "What the fuck? Someone broke into my Amazon account." Little I know, that was just the grift within the grift. So I called the number Amazon. It's an Amazon email. It's from it wasn't. I had to go look and find it, but it looked like my account and everything. Yeah. I call after the first ring. Hello, this is Amazon. I was like, wow, that was quick. And I was like, wow, this is Ryan. I am from Amazon. My name is Ryan in Kansas. How are you? And I was like, hi, Ryan. Yes, so anyway, can you please open your account? Okay. So download this software, please. Any bank.com, any screen.com. No, okay. And I was like, well, I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm so dumb. And I've almost downloaded this software. I was like, this feels really good. No, this is so I can just look at your account on your computer, so I can just see your screen. So I have control of that. I was like, all right, no. I was like, I'm not downloading. I didn't put anything. I don't agree to this. I don't know. I was like, sir, please, this is all part of it. Please do not hang up on me. Please. And I was just like, I got so far. And like, and it was AnyDesk scam. So AnyDesk is software.
We're getting so old.
I had the download ready to push download. I had ready to go onto I deleted.
We're not ready for this world, you and I.
Google, I write NED. It goes AnyDesk scam India. Like I just put in barely AnyDesk. It's like, did you get AnyDesk scammed? Yeah. So if you are out there and you're going to get AnyDesk scammed, it could happen to really smart people like me and you. We're not dumb. This happens. This happens to people.
You got really far, it sounds like.
I got so far. I was so embarrassed.
I got an email the other day that was like, Chance, we've been calling, and put my old phone number in. Right. We've been trying to call you, and we've walked by your apartment, and they said my Los Angeles apartment, which I haven't lived out in 5 years. But just so you know, we have all your internet history of what you've been doing.
Yeah,
you dirty little fuck. and we're going to post it to all your friends and families.
But they're always spelled wrong.
Yeah,
the
and I was like,
terrible.
well, at first, but for a second, I was like,
F-C-U-K.
holy shit, maybe they got me rubbing my nipples and jacking off.
I don't know.
But at first, I was like nervous. I was like, but everyone's seen my dick.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, what does it matter? I was Dirty Cupid for RedTube's live Twitter feed. And
If that
2017, I worked with Bella Danger and Nicole Aniston. Like, I already have a brand.
Bro, I've been on a porno channel.
Yeah, like any publicity is good publicity, baby.
if that happened, if I got that phone call, I'd be like, "You'll have the money in 12 hours, 24 at most. I can wire anywhere you need, rubles, anything, and euros, any
they
form,
wanted me to
Bitcoin,
do,
whatever you need. Please do not, please God,
Bitcoin.
I know what you have.
2,000 in Bitcoin.
I know what you have on me. I've changed. That was a different me. That was a different time. I didn't know they were recording.
I'm still a pervert.
I thought it was.
I just found out the other day I'm a cuck.
I thought everything was good. Apparently I was wrong, but things happen. People change. I was a different man. I was drinking a lot, and I don't remember a lot from that time. But
people can't change.
But the money, I'll get the money to you in an hour. 1 hour, you'll have the money.
Do not pay them.
Do not
pay them.
They're like, Matt, that was obviously a scam. I'm like, well, I mean, you just want to be.
You better
say
sorry. Yeah.
I mean,
what was I going to do with that $2,000? Get my tooth fixed?
The most I've ever had taken. The most I've ever had someone lifted my card number from a gas pump and copied it onto a card and like used it in Denton where I did used to live and withdrew I had $200 in my checking account. They withdrew $180 as much as they could, And then I was like, I wasn't in Denton for years, and then they're like, this wasn't you, and it's like. So luckily, that's the most I've ever been scammed. Luckily, I've been a deadbeat, and they're not going to get much from me. So there's a good thing to being poor, because if you do get scammed, the bank will give it back.
Yeah,
we're
you only
rich.
got $37.
I only got. I've never had more than 5 digits in my bank account.
Yeah,
I've never had more than
in Manhattan,
maybe more than 20 grand. I think is
it
the
right
most
back
I've
to
ever
me.
had.
Mm-hmm.
20 grand is the most I've ever had in my bank. I can guarantee. No, not 20. Less than 20. I've never had 20
Man,
grand
you're
at one
bragging.
time.
Are you horny?
Talking
to all the girls out there. At one time, there was
I almost had $20,000 U.S. baby.
I was doing good.
Yeah, that was
doing good.
I
then I bought health
some
insurance,
Jordans
and
a velour
$200
tracksuit.
in my bank account. Right
All
now.
gone. COVID wiped me out, sucked me dry. I said I don't have to work for a year. How long have we been doing? What are we at?
40.
40? We still good.
Good, yeah.
What time? You still good? You still got
Oh,
some
yeah, I'm
beer?
good. Yeah, I still got beer. Yeah,
We can still go for a little bit.
Yeah,
I kind of
for
want
sure.
to
What
talk
else you wanna
about.
talk about?
I kind of want to talk about the future. I feel like this year I feel like this year's gonna be crazy with AI DeepSeek. They're beating us at AI. Well, according to them,
They're beating us. We have to compete.
They're beating us at the DeepSeek, but they came out with China. It's cheaper and better.
Their AI is so good, but China has assured me that my penis is one of the best penises
Yeah, they love this penis.
that they've seen.
But they've undercut us with that, according to their. But again, we have it. We can try it out. So I guess we can test it, and apparently it's pretty good. And they had less
They
chips,
got
so they had to
little
get smarter.
golden doodles cooking
Yeah.
dim sum for their children.
There we go.
America, when are our doodles going to start doing that?
Our doodles they eat their doodles. Golden doodle, golden rule.
I have one. It's fucking amazing.
But I wanted to think so. That's embarrassing. We lost a lot of money.
Did you say you've eaten dog?
No, I have a golden doodle.
Oh,
you
I
have-
want to eat him. I want to eat him up. And he
They like
just lives
chicken.
in my body and sees
We
my
have chicken.
world.
We
I
don't
try to
need
take
beef.
him everywhere. He's not mine. He's my girlfriend's.
But I
He's
feel
so
like
adorable.
in this year or the next, I feel like Biden will pass away because he has no reason to live, and I feel like he's very embarrassed, and his body will just.
I feel like
Like,
he's already in a
I feel-
home. Like his family's like, you're done. Because white people, once you're old and you're no
I
use
feel
to us,
like
we put you in a home.
I feel like he's going to decline
But-
quick because when
yeah.
you've had that much importance and attention and now it's gone, it's just like, just from the most famous person in the world.
Oh,
to
how old
not-
is he? 79. You think a
79
79
almost,
you think an
79.
80-year-old man might die this year?
Well,
Bold prediction.
But he
Bold.
Okay. Well, not die, but I bet the dementia goes real bad. But I bet he's like Reagan.
I
where he's
wouldn't
still
be
healthy.
surprised if Trump died.
His body's healthy. Could
I
don't
wouldn't be.
see it.
He's old.
I feel like
78.
He likes.
And then we
his
got
life.
JD Vance, the couch fucker. Awesome.
Yeah, I don't think he'd ever did that. He just didn't not do it.
Well,
but here's the thing.
I fucked a couch when I was 13.
Everyone's fucked.
I mean, a pillow hits you the right way, and the wind blows
I don't like that
in your ear, and you come, bro.
JD Vance. I don't like that he wears eyeliner. He looks like a Furby.
I just the way
looks
he
like-
talks to people is just fucking demeaning. Like the one where he gets a donut. He's like, I don't know, 12, whatever you get, whatever. It's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
you like people skills. I want a leader with people skills.
But I
We
think-
had a charismatic president. He sucked, but
I think they also. But Trump likes his life. He likes being president. I think he
Trump
wants
is
to
very
li-
charismatic.
I think he wants to live. And to his he eats like shit, but he doesn't drink and he doesn't smoke, and those are the big ones. Eating like shit, genetics can sometimes turn that into gold somehow. He's like a fucking alchemist in there. He takes fucking McDonald's and turns in. Well, it still comes out as shit, but he somehow gets energy off it. I don't know.
When he's stressed, he eats a burger. He's
a phenomenon. I don't know what. He seems like he's one of those guys. Like I know guys like that.
Or goes to his house
that can turn off stress.
I smoke a cigarette.
But they're those guys that when they're not at work, they don't even think about it. They don't think about the past, the future. They just I'm not working right now. I'm off.
I don't know if he knows what he's thinking about.
I think that's why he looks good, or he looks the same, because he doesn't age, because he's just not processing the stress. I think he just, hey, I'm not at work, I'm not at the White Office.
I try not to stress. I try not to. It's hard.
Yeah. But we don't
Being a comedian now, you have to be really good at marketing.
That sucks.
And I've never been good at schmoozing or networking or marketing.
Again, most people, why do they do it? To entertain people, all right? It's for them to try to get their rocks off, they enjoy it. And they like an audience likes them. It's fun. It's a great thrill. But if some people now only do it for the views, which is sad. And it's like you should do. I've heard some people that were better than anyone will ever be that just don't film it, and it's like that's a great comic that is so much funnier than me. But they don't film it because they're just like, fuck it, I'll just do it for the. But you already did the view thing, so now you can just focus on writing the best jokes. You don't have to be like.
Yeah, I need to start.
You've already climbed that mountain. It's like you don't need to climb Everest.
People are
again.
like, when those things are going viral, they're like, dude, you got to start posting every day. You got to Hawk Tuohy this thing.
It just dilutes it.
And
it's like when a guy makes a good movie and they want you to make 10 right away. It's like that took me like 10 years to make that one movie. Like, I'm not going to jump out with another great.
Yeah, but they also give you writers and you get a whole budget.
And then you try to dilute.
You're not waiting tables too anymore, so you can focus on the writing. I didn't get any money from that joke. Right. I haven't monetized it yet.
That's good.
We're in talks with my girlfriend. We are in talks with a couple of mental health apps like BetterHelp
if they want to,
and Headspace and some cold plunges, trying to get me to be an affiliate
spokesperson.
Yeah, because she saw this girl do a birth control joke that went viral, and they show just a short snippet of her joke, and then it goes to her testimonial and be like, oh, with whatever birth control it is, I can take my birth control now, and it's not like a bitch and everything like that. And I was like, yeah, if we can monetize my joke, yeah, let's do it, babe. And she's good at that. My girlfriend, it was like with that crazy lady I met last night. She's not crazy. She was a little crazy. But she was like, oh, you're an Aquarius? And I fucking hate Zodiac shit.
I don't.
Yeah. And then she was like, you're a dreamer, aren't you? I was like, fuck, I am a dreamer. She's like, you just talk and talk and talk. And I'm like, I do talk and talk and talk. And then she was like, but you never do it, do you? I was like, I did it one time. I got 20 million views right here. And she was like, that's nice. She was like, but you need support. You need someone to help you. And my girlfriend, I was like, I got that. My girlfriend's really on top of marketing. That's what she does for her career. She used to be a venture capitalist, but then now she works for one of the companies her company used to own.
You need support. But that's again, I feel like you got to, I love doing it. I like doing it when nobody filmed it. And that's usually my better sets. I like doing it at Cap, the old Cap City. I love a little tight crowd that's happy to be there, of real people, not just comics on their phones. And I enjoy doing it, and I like having a great set. And if nobody sees it, if I just have that and nobody watched it, even if it's not taped, to have that memory, that's nice. That's enough for me. I don't feel like I need this. I need more of this. And that's capitalist America. More followers, more opportunities, more turning into something more. This has to have synergy and all that. It's like we have a sketch show that barely anybody watches, but we work our asses off on this thing.
I had that same sketch show for 3 years.
Yeah, and actually on TikTok, it's got thousands of views. So thank you, TikTok. You guys,
TikTok's pretty sweet.
keeping us alive.
I'm noticing, posting. I get more traction on TikTok. It's crazy. The algorithm. Trying to figure out the algorithm is driving me crazy.
Well, you can't.
Listen, you couldn't figure out. I put something up on TikTok, and within 30 minutes, I had 377 views. I'm like, oh, sweet.
Exactly.
It's going. That's how the first joke. It went 10,000 in 2 hours, and then by the next day it was 500,000, and then it just stopped. It stopped showing people. I guess not enough people liked it, but the same joke on Instagram got 2,200 views. And then vice versa with the next day, I put a clip up.
I think it's timing and hitting the right thing in the morning versus
that joke that went viral. Yeah. It was July 4th. Put it up at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
My girlfriend was like, put captions on it.
A lot of people
have
the day off.
Put a title. Yeah, a lot of people have the day off.
They're with their families.
So I put it up, and then I go help a buddy move, and then I'm helping my buddy move, and I look down. It's like, you've reached 10K views on your latest joke. I was like, holy shit, look, I'm going viral, bro. He's like, ha, 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 let's smoke a joint.
It'll stop.
And then we went to the pool party my girlfriend was having, and we got fucked up. And then I looked down again. It was like almost at 100K, and a couple like people I really respect started following me. Yeah. I started getting the follows, and I started seeing the fucking comments.
That's
and
cool.
Then by the morning, it was 500K, and then it just kept going. And my girlfriend was like, with this, you'll be like at 15 to 20 in like 2 million in 2 months.
That's wild.
She knew it. She called it.
Yeah, it's like it's like those California wildfires. They just don't stop, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, in a good way.
And then everybody told me, it's like, you got to roll with it. You got to keep posting now. You got to keep posting. I didn't do shit. And now I'm regretting it. But
do you make money off of that if you get 1 million views?
No. Really? And I got 1 million views on TikTok. 1 million views on TikTok isn't shit. Somebody told me they saw it on TikTok. I was like, I suspended my TikTok like 3 years ago. Shouldn't be on TikTok. They're like, oh, you got clickbaited. They're probably making money off of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, well, somebody else made money off of it.
But, that's why you should do the special. And then,
I am. February 16th at my bar. It's a beautiful bar.
That's where
we set it up. We're going to do 3 cameras. It's totally free to go. We're going to have free beer. The bar will not be open because I'm filming it.
There you go.
But we did a pop-up and had my buddy Eric, Lizard Man, show up. I did a set.
I love
Patrick Royce showed up. We all did sets, and it was a really cute, intimate. I think I showed you the night we met.
Yeah,
the bar, how it looked and everything. It was
yeah.
3 black magics. It looks really good.
That looked great, man.
I've never shot a special or tried to. I'm going to do 45 minutes.
Are you going to do
hour.
2 shows or just 1?
Maybe I should do 2 shows. I didn't
you can clip the 2 together.
Try to do. Well, if you have the energy, I would do 2 because there are technical shit that can happen.
Sometimes the crowd sucks on one joke.
Technical
and not the
stuff.
other one,
Yeah. I would try if they'll let you try to do 2, even if one's only 30 minutes after, because you'll be loose and you run it and you can adjust a little. I would just do 2, just again also for the technical aspect. Let's say one camera has an issue for a second, one audio thing they lose. It's just you have I would try to do 2. You can do 1, but obviously.
What's the name of the bar?
7 Spirits.
7 Spirits.
Yeah. Oh, really? But try to do 2, even if but it's up to you.
I will try to do 2. That's a damn good idea.
Or you could do 1 the next day if they're cool with it. But,
that is true. Sunday and Monday. I can do it. Yeah.
But it's up to you.
You 2 are little idea machines.
But also you do.
I like you 2.
I don't want I don't.
Matt?
I just because I've shot specials and things happen, and we've if someone Shane I barely worked on it. I just sat by a camera to make sure nobody kicked it over on his first special. I just sat by the wide camera. I literally didn't touch it. I didn't do shit.
You were the camera guy? One of Shane Gillis?
No, I didn't. I wasn't the camera guy. I literally.
You were the camera watcher?
Yes. Those guys are great. It was Homeless Pimp and McKeever and that crew, Shane's crew. And so they had all their guys. I didn't know how to work the black magic. I didn't know how to work other cameras. So I literally, they were like, just you are a warm body by this camera, so no one stands in front of it or kicks it. And I think they had audio issues. He did 4 shows, and on the first 2, I think they had audio issues, and so the last 2 they had to use. So they, that's a professional crew. You never know. Shit happens, and they lost the first 2 shows because of audio.
Maybe I'll call the special One Chance.
Hey, that's good. And and let's see, how long are you gonna do? Like 45 an hour? You said.
Yeah.
You can always cut that to 30 or 35 or 40. Just.
If I just get 1 joke that I can use on it, I'm gonna try to shoot a special. But
yeah,
if I can
because the special can be.
Yeah.
I'd rather. Again, I'd opt for like a tighter special that's better than like 45 without cuts. If you just have a tighter special that's even pops more, I feel like that. Like Dave Attell, 37-minute special. Doesn't you know what I mean? He's like, it's 37. They're like, it has to be 45. So the last 8 minutes, he just fucked around.
They're making everything shorter these days. The last episode of Bookie,
the
last episode of Bookie is 19 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like nobody even cares what the links are anymore.
Shane's show tires. Each episode's like 19, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I like that show. I've watched the first.
And I think shorter just is better. But if it works, if the whole thing's working and you're just killing, I'd leave it long. Like if it doesn't need to be cut, like fuck it, just
play off Tony Hinchcliffe's one shot because he used one thing.
Yeah, that one. I remember that I watched that on Netflix, but
I was gonna go with One Crazy Ginger or That Ginger's Crazy, but maybe One Chance.
One Chance is great.
One Chance.
Your name is Chance,
good.
and also Ginger.
And we shot it in one shot.
Also,
one.
What's his face? Andrew Santino's kind of got that Whiskey Ginger, one Ginger.
Oh, does he have an album called Whiskey Ginger?
It's podcaster,
Whiskey Ginger. Whiskey Ginger.
And he's got the ginger. One Chance, dude. One Chance is great. Your name is Chance. It's your name's in it. That's great.
When I bartended on him, I have a funny story about
Hannibal Second Buress Chance for second.
Hannibal Buress and what's his buddy's name? The crazy guy, Eric Andre. Yeah, I was bartending at South by Southwest. This was when I lived in LA, but I'd still fly back to my home club because the Velveeta Room was my home club.
Yeah.
And I got Hannibal Buress before he got huge. Did my open mic. He was headlining at Cap City, and I had this open mic at this burger place up north in Austin called Big Daddy's Burgers.
Yeah.
And fucking it was a sloppy open mic where I'd let anybody, we get 30 comics and I would bump all my everybody, and fucking Hannibal Buress walks in and sits down. He's been blowing up. He was a headliner at Cap City.
Yeah, yeah.
And he sits down, he's eating a burger, and I walk by, I was like, hey man, we're doing an open mic. He's like, I heard. I might do a set. And I was like, that'd be awesome. You just let me know when you want to go up, man. So I knew Hannibal, and he went up eventually. He crushed. He did 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I let him go as long as he want, And then a few years later, I'm living in L.A., and I know he's in L.A., and I'm bartending. I flew out here to bartend South by Southwest, and they turned the Velveeta room into a green room for all the comics.
Yeah.
And I see Hannibal Buress, and he's hanging out with Eric Andre and these two pretty good-looking girls. And I walk up to Hannibal. I was like, hey, Hannibal, it's me, Chance. You remember? I was like, oh, hey, what's up, man? I was like, hey, dude, I heard you're staying in L.A. this summer, and I'm running a show in Echo Park. I'd love for you to do it. He's like, oh, man, just hit me up on my email, I was like, oh, cool. I live in Silver Lake. And then one of the girls goes, oh, I live in Silver Lake. And then Eric goes, oh, please tell us more. And he looks at me. He's like, tell us more about how you live in Silver Lake. And I was like, oh, dude, he's doing exactly what I do when people try to cock block me. And he didn't know I wasn't cock blocking him. I was just trying to get Hannibal on my show.
Right.
And yeah, I was like, oh, hi, I'm Chance. I'm a big fan. He's like, oh, hi, Chance. Nice to meet you. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go back to the bar. If y'all need a drink, just come by. I got you. He's like, thanks.
What an asshole.
Eric Andre seems like a prick, but you can't tell is that all part of the Andy Kaufman thing? Is that
But
just
I do the same thing, so I couldn't hate on him, but it was funny because I
don't know. Sometimes
I know
I
how
try
to
to
fuck himself as
I
far
know
as
how
I'm
to
concerned.
do exactly what he was doing, to make a guy be like, fuck off, I'm talking to these ladies.
I've tried to watch his show. He just seems like a fucking dickhead.
He's an idiot.
But it's that's the character. But I don't get it. I don't know.
I made a
good
lot
for
of,
him for doing his thing. I'm like, I don't get it. I think he's a good actor. But when he's doing I just don't understand. It's
one
like
of
this
my
postmodern.
friends is a huge writer in Hollywood. She's wrote a movie you guys have heard of, but I'm not going to put her out. But her husband's a big manager
Spotlight.
and director.
No, it
no,
wasn't the child.
No, it was a children's movie,
sorry.
but you've heard of it.
No, okay.
She wrote it, and her husband's a big swinging manager and writer, and he has this story. He worked for Rob Reiner in the 2000s and early 2000s when he was right out of college, and he has a Bob Dylan story where he was training at this boxing gym, and Bob Dylan would often come in there because he owned it.
Hey, man.
And he was like, I'm going to fight the kid. And Mark, oh shit, I already said his name. Mark's in there. He's like about to box, and then Bob Dylan walks in. He's like, I'm going to fight him. And they were just sparring, and then Bob Dylan walks up to him, drops to his knees, and hits Mark right in the balls. And
Bob Dylan did that?
Yeah, and he was like,
How
Bob
does
Dylan
it feel? How does it
My
feel?
girlfriend makes me go watch that movie, and the whole movie is about how Bob Dylan's a dick.
Oh yeah.
Timothy Chalamet just really the whole movie.
Seems like it.
He was the biggest dick in the world. He's a prick. It's weird how
What can I say?
Hey, I'm
I
the
never-
Bob Dylan.
Don't do anything. Laying on the pavement, mixing up, man. Fuck yourself.
No, he was
It
a
was
prick.
cool. I thought it was cool in college, and now I'm like, this guy blows.
Yeah, he has 2 songs that I know of, and he wrote
he's a
55
terrible-
albums.
Didn't he? Yeah. Of course I like some Bob Dylan, but
The movie was shot well. Timothy Chalamet did well, but if you actually look at the story, he's like an adulterer. He cheats on his wife or
of
his
course.
girlfriend.
And he was good looking as a young guy. He was good, and then he started looking
or
like
his girlfriend. Maybe it was
crazy.
his girlfriend. But anyway, at the end of it, the whole point is these 2 guys that got him into folk singing. They're he played their folk festival, and the last year he played it, he went electrical, and they're like, you can't go electrical. He's like, I'm Bob Dylan. Yeah. They can do whatever I want. And at the end, he ends up playing electrical at the folk festival, and everyone's throwing shit at him like, boo!
Suck my dick.
I was like, this just verifies
Eat
what
me,
Mark
babe.
told me, that he's the
yeah.
biggest dick in the world.
But that was kind of they were kind of dicks. We're like, hey man, keep it crunchy. It's like, fuck you. What's the big deal? It's the same. It's electric. It's just,
it's a folk festival. You're not supposed
more
to.
people can hear it. It's like,
Yeah,
grow
plus
up.
Bring It All Back Home is a great album. Yeah. And Blonde on Blonde.
I like
that, folks.
How Does It Feel in Rolling Stone? Oh, that's the same song. No, Rolling Stone and How Many Days.
Well, that's an old one with no lyrics.
That's
hey,
the only one.
man,
You can come.
I just fucked a 13-year-old, babe.
Yeah, you know.
It's normal,
Yeah.
pal. In
Yeah.
the 50s, babe. How does it
No,
feel?
Bob
She's
Dylan,
like,
the
it hurts.
musician.
It hurts, Bob. I'm 12.
Karl Malone, the
How
mailman.
does it feel? My dick in you.
That went way
babe.
unhinged, bro.
You know they what? I'm saying what? Did Led Zeppelin not have sex with 14-year-olds?
I'm not saying
Did they not?
not.
Did the role? Didn't
But you're
Anthony
accusing
Kiedis?
Bob Dylan without any evidence.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Anthony Kiedis wrote in his book. He's like, later I found out she was 14. End of chapter. It's like, well, maybe don't.
Ron White. If you found a Boy Scout doll under my bed, you're safe to assume I was fucking it.
Here's the weird thing. I heard this thing. They're trying to crack down on AI child porn, but it's AI. So it's not hurting nobody. I'm not saying it's good, but if they're gonna
really
do it,
need-
Matt's an advocate.
I'm doing okay.
What
I'm
is that,
playing devil's advocate, not an advocate. I'm the devil's advocate. I'm saying if they're not hurting anybody, then let them have the AI kid porn. But here's the problem: it originates from original. The AI is taking original kid porn and mix and match in the faces and bodies, so it's not the same kid, right? But they started out as real kids, so it is still bad. I'm saying it. AI
it's
porn,
bad.
AI
Even if it's
child porn is
fake
bad.
or real. I think if you
It's
do
bad.
pedophilia, you
So
should-
even if you think,
I think you
listen,
get caught fucking a kid.
this is to all our
Should
pedophile
either
viewers.
be castrated or
Yes,
you get a
need
choice. You can take your dick or we can
An
take
island
it.
of just
You're sick.
pedophiles.
There's something wrong with you.
Island
'Cause
of
I've
just
never heard of a
pedophiles.
pedophile. It's like, haven't fucked a kid in 20
They
years.
should start a pedophile island, but not like the Epstein one. Just pedophiles, no kids. So it's all like guys grumbling, and they're just kind of milling
And
around.
they can dress themselves up as kids and fuck each other.
Then fuck a palm tree or coconut, and just close your eyes and think of, I don't know.
Or give them the
Millie
AI
Bobby Brown or
software
whatever.
on the island,
I
but
think-
only on the island.
But to all our pedophile watchers,
Isn't Millie
listen
Bobby Brown
up.
20 years
Which is
old?
about
Yeah,
90% of
she's
you.
47 years old. But to all our pedophile viewers, which there aren't any, but if, let's say, one slipped through, don't look at AI child porn. It's made from real children. It's like the Soylent Green of porn. It's made of people, you little people, damn it. They ruined it.
Well,
Charlton Heston.
I don't
The
know.
more
Should we
you-
really go out on this?
No, I'll cut all
Well,
that.
like
We
all
can-
good things, they must come to an end.
Again, we can cut that. We don't need to talk about. I'll
It
tell
might
you
be
what.
funny to go out on.
I'll tell you what. We can cut it for YouTube, but on Spotify, we're going deep, baby. I mean, not deep. That sounds no, but deep AI, not child porn. Just the deep seek.
Deep fake.
We're not looking for anything. Deep fake. It's not fake. It's real. That's the problem. Don't look at child porn. I'm coming out.
Stop
and I'm saying
fucking
it.
kids.
Don't
This
do it.
feels like the Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Look.
where
I don't know if anybody said this, but don't do it.
what is it? Danny DeVito's like, we don't fuck kids. Don't fuck. We
Don't
should say
do
something about like, they do the child. They do a child. They do a child pageant.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Danny DeVito hosts it, and they have him like in makeup, and he just looks so scary. And he is like,
Well, that's like
we
Mark
should
Norman.
throw a song in how we don't fuck kids.
That's like Mark Norman. That's like Mark Norman at Thanksgiving. Like, I'm thankful I'm not a pedophile. I'm the only one saying it. Maybe I'm not. I'm
That's one of his old
grateful I'm not a
jokes.
pedophile.
Yeah.
What? Is I'm the only one? Grateful I'm not
I used
attracted
to
to kids?
fuck
Come
around
on.
with
You know, but
pedophile jokes.
I do it.
but
That's not a good norm.
I was like, if you don't like a pedophile joke, you should just grow up.
yeah, that's
Yeah, and then
they're
there
bad.
was.
Well, I know a guy, dude. There's a guy in front of me at Kill Tony. I won't name names, but if you see him, he's very. You'd be like, oh, that guy. And like I remember, he's like, yep, this time I'm gonna do all rape jokes. It's like, all right, man. Like,
That's
it's
like
just
why
like
you don't-
there's a couple guys like that of like, oh, I'm gonna walk. I love walking the room. It's like, why would you want to? I don't want to walk anybody. I want him to like me, not like in an ingratiating way, but I want him to have a good time and enjoy the jokes. Like, watch
let me
this.
tell you this story.
I
Like,
hate that shit. I don't know. It's like,
I pissed off a manager at a club one time.
I don't know.
Telling this story, and I don't think it's that bad. But it was like, it didn't even happen to me. It happened to my little brother who died in 2018. But he told me
Yeah.
one time that our niece, when she was like 4 or 5, he was making breakfast at my sister's. And Mackenzie came up to him and was like, hey, Uncle Cameron, that's my special spot. No one's allowed to look at it. No one's allowed to touch it except mommy, daddy, or doctor. Special spot. And I always tell the joke like it's my point of view. She was like, hey, Uncle Bobo, no one's allowed to look at it, touch it. It's mom. And I'm like, did your mother tell you this and your father? Yep, it's a special spot. And I was like, well, honey, that's true. But don't be flaunting your shit all over town. Yeah. And, and then my sister calls me or called my brother. And That whole part is embellished. It's like, where the hell did my sister learn not to flaunt her shit, or my daughter learn to say not flaunt her shit? And I'd be like, oh, where did I hear the term special spot?
I don't remember.
And I thought that was a great joke, but the manager, because I was opening for Kevin Nealon the next week, and she was like, you cannot talk about special spot in front of Kevin Nealon, so that will not be happening. I'm like, okay, sorry, I will work clean. Yeah. People talk
Kevin Nealon's
What
like,
kind of manager is this at a comedy club? It was not even a bad joke. That was barely anything.
Yeah, I know. I'll never forget. I don't think. Yeah, they.
Kevin Nealon's like, you ever get your VCR to record, but it won't.
I love Kevin Nealon. He was
no,
great.
I know.
But
I understand.
They were like, you
remember-
have to be clean. You can't talk about special spot. But I didn't think that was all that dirty.
But we grew up in the
Yeah.
90s. I don't remember getting that talk. I don't remember.
I don't tell that story anymore.
I think they might have done it in school of like, if there's an adult that you don't know, don't follow them, don't talk to them. If an adult wants you to go somewhere or get in the car, don't do it. I'm sure we had that. Right? I'm sure they had that assemblies of like, just remember, if you don't know
she
them,
was like 3 or
walk
4
away.
when this was happening, talking about, the grass being green.
Right.
Like asking, like, why, that shit.
Because I don't remember it. I don't remember it being, but I guess it was an issue in the 90s. Well, I guess it's always been an issue with kids being molested. But I never knew what
I think it's been like since
the dawn of time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
kids
We're not
been
getting rid of
molested,
it.
yeah.
Hey, let's not even try to get rid of it. No, but I never knew it. You know the problem is? Here's the problem.
God damn it, Matt. We were almost there. We could have ended.
Because I never knew what that word meant, molested. I didn't know.
106.
All right, we don't have to. But I never knew what the word meant. Like when they said I was molested, it's so vague. I'm like, they touch your knee? What? You don't get a. You know what I mean? Like when you say someone was molested, that could mean anything. It could mean like, I guess it means. Does it mean sex or does it mean they touch your genitals or they?
Oh yeah.
What does it mean?
Making you
is
like
it
feel
anything?
taking your innocence.
Taking your unwanted touch.
Even if it's like smelling your balls or blowing you.
Any unwanted touch is molestation.
I
guess.
I'm not
Like if they're
go-
touching you inappropriately, that's being molested, right? Okay. I guess I do know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's kind of a vague because it could.
It's
mean,
weird that you're 42 and you were just figuring out what molesting children is.
Well, this is plausible deniability. I go, Your Honor, I had no idea.
I still love
what the
Karl
word
Malone.
meant. Karl Malone did it. We love him.
Thriller, man.
People, yeah. Well, on that.
But on that note, you guys.
Yeah, we can cut some of it. We don't have to go.
It might be
we didn't
fine.
say anything bad. We're saying it's bad.
We
It sucks.
said Hoot and I did say nothing bad.
I kind of agree to
You're
disagree.
fine. I
Agree
know
to
what you're
disagree.
doing.
No,
Yeah.
I think all that stuff is bad. Keep kids safe. That's why we voted for Trump and got that other guy out because
So
Hey.
many people wanted to molest me as a child. They were like, look at that beautiful child.
Hey, Trump's getting better. It's pretty
Is
good
it
by the
getting
end.
better?
You got better. It
Yeah.
was a little rough at the start. It kind of. I think you kicked into gear. You're finally.
So many people tried to pick me
Yeah.
up in vans, but I don't eat candy.
No, he doesn't. He just eats. Well, I'm not gonna say what he eats because he's the president now and he could sue me. But let's say he likes a lot of stuff.
You guys got any other things for me? Questions? Comments?
You have any shows coming
so
up?
you got
February 16th. February 15th, I'm doing a show for Josh Castro. Josh Castro, is that his name?
Cool. Yes.
Yeah, my boy Josh. I've known him for like years. He asked me to do something up in Leander. I forget the name of the
There you
show.
go.
So I'm doing that the day before
There you go.
the 16th, where I'm filming the special at Seven Spirits. Are you guys gonna put this out? You think?
Yeah. We'll put it out as soon as we can.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you're
We'll
around
cut,
February
we'll cut
16th,
half of it. No.
add me on Instagram, Chance Royce, and message me, and I'll make sure you get a seat. Maybe we will do 2 shows, but then we can't call it one chance,
One.
or can we?
Call it
2
last.
chances.
You should
2
call it.
chances.
You should call it
Last
one.
chance.
Last chance.
I
Last
think you should
chance.
call it last second chance.
I had a script that I renamed that my friend wrote.
Okay, so
Called
you can't
Last
do that.
Chance? Yeah.
How about last second chance for the second show?
Last second chance.
Last second chance.
We'll figure
That's
it out.
funny.
We'll get it together.
That's like
We'll
the
get
B
it together.
sharps on the.
But I'm gonna
Simpsons. That's
try.
funny.
I'm not.
But you
promising.
said
yeah.
Seven Spirit
Yeah.
and February 16th.
February 16th.
What
8
time?
o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And free beer. Pack
Free
it
beer,
out.
pack it out, get all my friends. Hopefully nobody heckles me, or if we
Oh,
do,
they're
maybe
your
it's
pal.
good.
Nah, your pal. They were.
Yeah.
Oh.
That.
Yeah.
And I think the people be like, cool. Come on, man. You're cool.
The camera guy saw me at. Have you all ever done Rich's Art Gallery?
No.
My buddy Gabe, he does a really good show. It was an all-black show he asked me to be on, which I can't even say the name of the show. It's Inward with Benefits, or no, Reparations. Inwards with Reparations,
okay.
where they encourage you to heckle the white comics.
Oh,
and he was like, and it was like 80 people, almost all black in the crowd.
They only heckled
and
the white
I
comics?
crushed, and nobody heckled me.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and like people that did talk to me, we had like good natural conversations, and that's why the camera guy was like, I really, if you ever want to shoot a special, let me know, because I think it could be good and it would look good on my reel.
Do you own all 3 of those Black Magics?
I don't own them. No, they're his.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
nice.
This is all Ian, my boy Ian's doing.
Talk
Like
to Ian over here.
But
I got like 2 cans.
he did convince me to get like $500 worth of lighting when we did the test show.
Yeah.
And the pop up, we didn't use any of them because it blew the fucking room way. It's a small room. It only fits like 60, 70 people.
Yeah, Shane just did. He did Black Magics on his first special, just house lights.
Yeah, the house lights look fine. The house lights look fine. It looks way better with the house lights.
They're low light cameras, so
I just
Yeah.
pissed away $500 just trying.
Now you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
you only need that kind of shit for real cinema.
Yeah.
All
right.
But February 16th, check him out.
Thank
Chance
you guys
Royce.
so
Thank
much.
you,
Thanks for
Chance.
the-
Fun.
Matt, thank you guys.
This is a blast. And you're starting a podcast too, right?
Yeah, crap. Chance Royce's awesome podcast.
When's that starting?
We dropped the first episode with Patrick Sir Royce on February 10th, so like a week from today.
Okay.
All right, look out for
Where's
it.
that out? Apple, Spotify, YouTube?
It's gonna be all of it, right? Yeah. I'm just learning about this. I'm gonna get on Podbean. Is that a good one?
I don't know.
I think that might
What
send
do
them
you
out
guys
to
use? What do you guys?
We
use?
just go directly to Spotify and iTunes.
Spotify and Apple because they're
That's
the
what you
biggest
guys
ones.
do. Yeah, Spotify and Apple
And YouTube.
and YouTube.
So you can catch this on
just
YouTube, the video, and if you just want to listen to us talk, sometimes we'll cut a couple things out for YouTube or bleep them because of the, maybe. So if you want to see the whole thing, Spotify, either way. Usually we clip it up a lot for YouTube. Probably at least the whole thing on YouTube though.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways.
Cheers.
Chance
Thanks.
Royce.
Thanks, Chance.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Peace.